Sairam students, welcome back. Continuing with our chapter 3, today we will be doing part 4 of this chapter. Now students, we have already learned what are prime numbers, composite numbers, okay? And in the last class also we did about the test of divisibility. Today we will be learning about co-prime numbers and HCF. HCF means highest common factor. Now, what are co-prime numbers? The two numbers are said to be co-prime if the only common factor between them is 1. Suppose if you have two numbers and there are no common factor between the two numbers, but the common factor is only 1. Such numbers are said to be co-prime numbers. Now see here, example is given 21 and 32. Now, factor of 21 is 3 and 7. Okay. So, 3 and 7 both are prime numbers. So, prime factors of 21 are 3 and 7. Whereas of 32 is 4 8s are, again 4, 2 2s are 4 and 2 4s are 8. Again, when 4 is divisible by 2, 2 2s are 4. So, the prime factors of 32 are 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Now in both the numbers, here in the number 21, the prime factors are 3 and 7, whereas in 32 it is the number 2. So in the number 21 as well as in the number 32, there are no common factors. Here it is 3 and 7, here it is all the numbers are 2. So there is no common factor except 1 between the number 21 and 32. Thus, this number, that is 21 and 32, are called as co-prime numbers. So, what are co-prime numbers? Two numbers are said to be co-prime if the only common factor between them is 1. If there are any other common factor apart from 1, then they are not co-prime numbers. Now let us start with exercise 3.2. This you have to take it down in your notebook. Now which of the following are co-prime numbers? Now here there are two numbers, that is 16 and 21. So first let us find the factors of 16 and 21. So suppose if I write the number 16 here. Okay, this 16, if I start with the prime number 2, 2 is a prime number. 2 how many times is 16? 8. Okay, 8 is a composite number. So again 8 is divisible by 2. 2 4s are 8. 4 again a composite number. Then here it is 2 2s are 4. So 2 and 2 both are prime numbers. Now let us take the number 21. Now the number 21, it is not divisible by 2 because the number in the ones place is an odd number. So we can start with the next prime number, that is 3. Now 3 how many times is 21? 7. Now here 7 again is a prime number. So we don't have any other factor. Now in the number 16 and 21, there are no common factors. Here all the numbers are 2 and here it is 3 and 7. So there are no common factors between the numbers 16 and 21 except the number 1. So is the number 16 and 21 co-prime number? Yes, they are co-prime numbers because they don't have any common factor between them. They have the only one common factor, that is the number 1. So such numbers are called as co-prime numbers. Here I have done the working for you. Again 16 and 21, has 16 and 21 have no common factor except 1. So they are called as co-prime numbers. So this sum you have to take it down in your notebook. Okay. Coming to the next sum, the number 46 and 108. Okay. Now see here, the number 46, if we start with the prime number 2, 223 times is 46. Now 23 is a prime number. You cannot divide it further. So the factors of 46 is 2 and 23. Again in the number 108, if it start with the number 2, 254 times is 108. 54 is a composite number, so this again can be further divided. If we take 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are. Again 27 is divisible by 3. This you can just go on dividing it till you get the last number as 1 or the prime factor. Now here the number 2 and here the number 2, these two are common factors. So as 46 and 108 have common factor 2, we have a common factor that is 2 except 1. So they are not co-prime numbers. Here 46 and 108 are having common factors between them, that is the number 2. So they cannot be called as a co-prime numbers. Okay, coming to the next question. Here, sort the prime, composite and all pairs of co-prime numbers from the table. Now children, you don't have to draw this table. You just have to see this table. We have already learned about prime numbers, what are prime numbers, what are composite numbers, and what are co-prime numbers. Now the numbers are given in the table. Seeing this table, you have to just sort out all the prime numbers. Like, which are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, okay, 11, 13. So all the prime numbers you have to sort out. Then composite numbers 4, 6, 8, 10. And same way you have to sort out the co-prime numbers, where two numbers which do not have common factors between them except 1. So after sorting it out, you just check the answers. I have given you answers on this slide. These are the prime numbers, composite numbers and co-prime numbers. Okay. Now let us start with the highest common factor, that is HCF. What do you mean by highest common factor? Now children, you all know what is a factor, correct? So highest common factor of a means the highest common factor of a data set is the largest number that divides exactly into all the numbers. When we take out all the factors, from that factor which is the highest one or the greatest one, okay, it is called as the highest common factor. Now just see this example here. Let's find the factors for 24 and 32. Now which are the numbers that divides 24 completely? Okay, so the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. Whereas the factors of 32 are, that is, which are the numbers which divides the number 32 completely without leaving any remainder. So factors of 32 are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and 32. Now from these two factors, that is the factors of 24 and factors of 32, which are the common factors? The factor 1, 2, okay, and 4 and also the number 8. Now 1, 2, 4 and 8 are the common factors of the number 24 and 32. Now out of this 1, 2, 4 and 8, which one is the greatest one? That is the number 8. So out of this, the highest common factor is 8. So 8 is called as 8 is the greatest number which divides 24 and 32 without leaving a remainder. So the highest common factor is 8. Now HCF, or the highest common factor, is also known as the greatest common divisor, or you can call it as GCD. Okay, or you can call it as GCD. So this, out of the common factors, whichever is the greatest one or the bigger one, that becomes your GCD or your highest common factor. Now highest common factor, to find out the highest common factor, or you can say GCD, of two or more numbers, we can use two methods. The first method is a prime factorization method and the second method is a long division method. So let us learn one by one the first method, that is prime factorization method. Okay, now here you have to find the highest common factor using the prime factorization method of the number 24, 36 and 42. Now to find the prime factor, we have already learned how to find the prime factors, correct? Now the same way, I'll write the number here 24, here 36 and here 42. So one by one, let us find the prime factors of 24 first. So let us start with the first prime number, that is the number 2. The number 24 is divisible by 2. Why? Because in the test of divisibility, we have already learned the number 4 is a even number in the ones place, in the units place. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Again 12 is divisible by 2, 2 6 are 12. Again 6 is divisible by 2, 3 are and 3 ones are. Now all this 2, 2, all are prime numbers. That is why it is called as prime factorization. Now coming to the number 36. Again 36 is divisible by 2. 6 is in ones place. So 1 carry over. 2 8s are 16. Again 8 is divisible by 2. 2 9s are. 9 is divisible by the prime number 3. So 3 3s are 9 and 3 1s are. Okay, so you have to go on dividing it till you get the number 1 here at the end. Now 42, again 2, it is divisible by 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. 21, yes, it is divisible by 3, 3 7s are 21. 7 is a prime number, so it cannot be divided by any other number except the number itself. So 7 1s are 7. Now what are the prime factors? So these, of all the three numbers, you got the prime factors. Let us write the prime factors of all the three numbers, that is 24, 36 and 42. So what was the prime number of 24? That is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. The prime factor of 36 was 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, and the prime factor of 42 was 2 into 3 into 7. Now, what are the common prime factors in all the three numbers? Yes, so here we have 2 and 2 common. So common factors are 2. Any other number common factor? Yes, the number 3 is common in all the three numbers. So into 3. So 2 3s are 6. So what is the HCF of 24, 36 and 42? That is the number 6. Okay. So this is how we have to find the highest common factor using the prime factorization method. Now let us come to exercise 3.3, which you have to do it in your notebook. Okay, now here you have to find the HCF of the following numbers using prime factorization method. Okay, the number is 45 and 180. So we'll write the number first. 45 here I will write, and I will write 180. Now 45, using the test of divisibility, the number in the ones place is 5. So it is easily divisible by the number 5. 5 nines are 45. 5 nines are 45. Now 9 is divisible by the number 3. 3 threes are 9. And 3 is divisible by the number itself. 3 ones are 3. Now coming to the next number 180. The number in the ones place is 0. So it is easily divisible by the number 2. 2 nines are 18. 0 you'll write as it is. Again 0 in the ones place, so it is divisible by 2. 2 fours are 8, and 1 carry over here, you can divide here itself. 2 fives are 10. Again 5 nines are 45. 9 is divisible by 3. 3 threes are 9, and 3 ones are 3. Okay, so we got all the prime numbers. Yes. Now let us find the HCF of this number. First we'll write the prime factors of 45. So what was the prime factor of 45? That is 5 into 3 into 3. Okay, so 5, 3 and 3. Now prime factors of 180, that is 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 3. Now what do you have to do, children? We have to find the common factor. Now which are the common factors? Can you make out? Now here the number 5 is common in both the numbers. So common factors of 5. Now 2, is there any 2 common? No. 3, yes, 3 is common here. One more 3 into 3, and then one more 3, here also it is there, and here also it is there, so it is common. So now when you multiply, 5 threes are 15, and 15 threes are is 45. So what is the HCF? HCF of 45 and 180 is 45. Okay, so first what you have to do, you have to find the prime factors of the number, and then from that prime factors you will take the common factor and then multiply to find the HCF of that particular number. Okay, yes, here in this slide I have again shown you the working so that you can copy it down in your notebook. Okay, yes. Now coming to the next number, D sum. Again you have to find the HCF of 24, 60 and 140. So take the 2 as a prime number. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. 12 is divisible by 2. 2 6 are 12. 6 you can again divide it. 2 3s are 6. 3 ones are 3. Again in the number 60, same way you will divide and take out the prime factors. And for 140 also, 2 7s are 14. 0 you will write as it is. Again 70 can be divided by 2. 2 3s are 6. 1 carry over, 2 5s are 10. 5 7s are 35 and 7 1s are 7. Okay. After finding the prime factors, what you will do? You will write the prime factors of all the 3 numbers, and whichever is common. Now 2 is common in all the 3 numbers. So we have taken 2 as a common factor. Again one more 2 in all the 3 numbers. So 2. Then apart from that no other number is common. So 2 2s are 4. Okay, so 4 is the highest common factor of the number 24, 60 and 140. Yes. Okay, now to find the highest common factor, the number should be common, that is in all the 3 numbers. Yes. Coming to the next sum, you have to find again the highest HCF of 80, 120 and 200. Now again 80 using the prime factorization method. 2 4s are 8, 0, 2 2s are 4, 0, 2 10s are 20, 2 5s are 10 and 5 1s are 5. Same way you will find the prime factors of the number 120 as well as for the number 200. 2 1s are 2, 0 0 you will write as it is. 2 5s are 10. Again 0 as it is. 2 2s are 4. 1 carry over here. So 2 5s are 10. 5 5s are 25 and 5 1s are 5. So after finding the prime factors of all the three numbers, you will write the prime factors of all the three numbers. Now in the number 80, 2, in the number 120 and 200 again you have got a common factor, that is the number 2. So you will write 2 here. Again one more 2 is common in all the three numbers. So again one more 2 you will write. Again one more 2 is common in all the three numbers. So you will write 2. And then 5 is common in all the three numbers. So you have written 5. So 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. 8 5s are 40. So your highest common factor or HCF of 80, 120 and 200 is the number 40. Okay. So this is how you will find the HCF using the prime factorization method. If I say prime factorization, you will first find the prime factors of all the three numbers and then take out the common factors and then multiply. Okay, now let us come to the second method of finding the HCF by long division method. Now prime factorization, as you have already learned how to find the prime factors, so it was easy for you. Okay. Now let us learn about the long division method. Okay, one example, that is find the HCF of 25 and 80 by long division method. Now here the number I have written, you have given is, that is 25 and 80. Now 80 will become your dividend and 25 will become your divisor. You have to divide it. Now 25, when you divide it, 25 3s is 75. Now 80 minus 75 will give you 5. Now this remainder will become your divisor and the first divisor will become your dividend, that is the number 25. Okay. So the remainder will become your divisor and the first divisor will become your dividend. Now 5 5s are 25. So your remainder is 0. So you will divide it till you get the remainder as 0. Now what is your HCF? The last divisor by which you are dividing, that number is your HCF. So your HCF here is the number 5. So the last divisor by the number by which you are dividing becomes your HCF in the long division method. Now let us see one more example. Okay. Now here find the HCF of 36 and 170 by long division method. 170, the bigger number will become your dividend. 36 is your divisor. When you divide it, 36 4s are 144. Now 170 minus 144 will give you 26. The remainder 26. Now this remainder will become your divisor and this 36, the first divisor, will become your new dividend. Correct? So now again divide it. 26 1s are 26. Now 36 minus 26 will give you 10. Now this remainder 10 will become your divisor and this 26 will become your new dividend. Yes. Now again you divide it, you go on dividing it till you get the remainder as your 0. Now 10 2s is 20. 26 minus 20, 10 2s is 20, 26 minus 20 is 6. Now 6 is your remainder, so that will become your divisor and this 10 will become your dividend here. Correct? Now 10 when divided by 6. 6 ones are 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. So 4 will become your new divisor and this 6 will become again your dividend here. Correct? So 6 when divided by 4, 4 ones are 4. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So that remainder will become your again new divisor and the first previous one will become your new dividend. So 2 2s are 4. Now what is your HCF? That is the last divisor. As the remainder is 0, the last divisor is your HCF. So which is your last divisor? By the number by which we divide, that is the number 2. So HCF of 36 and 170 is the number 2. So the last divisor is your HCF in the long division method. Okay. Now let us start with the exercise sums. 3.3. First sum, 32 and 68. Okay. Now when you divide using this long division method, we'll divide this 68. 1. You'll divide this 68 right here becomes my dividend and my divisor is 32. Okay. Now 32 ones are 32. 32 2 times is 64. So I'll write 2 here. 64. Now 6 minus 6 is 0. 8 minus 4 is 4. Now this 4 will become my new divisor and what will be my dividend? 32 will be my dividend. Now 4 how many times is 32? 4 8s are 32. Now are you getting the remainder as 0? Yes. So now what is your HCF? Your last divisor is your HCF. So your HCF here is the number 4. Okay, that is your last last number by which you divide, or you can say the last divisor becomes your HCF in the long division method. Here in the next slide I have shown you the division. Just solve it and then just check with this slide whether you done it correctly. Okay. Coming to the next sum. D sum 48, 70 and 130. 30. Now here what you have to do, here you are having 3 numbers 48, 70 and 130. So first I'll take 70 as my dividend and I'll divide it by 48. So 48 ones are 48. Now when I subtract 70 minus 48, I'll get the remainder as 22. Now this remainder 22 will become my divisor and 48 will become my dividend. Now divided by 22, 22 2 times is 44. So 8 minus 4 is 4, 4 minus 4 is 0. So you will take this 4 as your divisor and what will be your dividend? Yes, so this 22 will become your new dividend. Now when you divide this 22, 4 5s are 20. So 22 minus 20 is 2. Correct? Now this 4 will become your dividend. Now 2 2s are 4. Okay, now you have finished with this division. Now we will take 130. Now this last divisor is 2. We will take the divisor 2 and divide 130. 2 6 are 12. 3 minus 2 is 1. You will take this 0 down. 2 5s are 10. So 2 5s are 10. You will get the remainder as 0. Now what is your HCF? What was your last divisor? Your last divisor was the number 2. So your HCF of 48, 70 and 130 is the number 2. Okay. So you will go on dividing it till you get the remainder as 0. Now coming to the next sum. All these sums you have to solve it in your maths notebook, children. Okay. So solve it If you feel you can do it on your own, do it and then check with the answer. 142, 304 and 560. First, let us take these two numbers, that is 304 and 142. So 304 is my dividend, 142 becomes my divisor. So when I divide 142 2 times is 284, and when I subtract, I get the remainder as 20. Now my remainder will become my new divisor, and this first divisor will become my dividend. Now when I divide this 142 from 20, 20 sevens are 140. Now 142 minus 140, the remainder is 2. Now 2 becomes my divisor and 20 will become my dividend. So 2 tens is 20 here. Now let us take the third number, that is 560, and divide it by the number 2. So when I divide, 2 twos are 4, 1, 6 you bring it down, okay, and then bring 2 eights is 16, and then 0 if you bring it down, it is not divisible, so you can directly write the number 0. So this last number you can easily divide it, no need to take any divisor, directly you can divide it. Now when you divide it, the last number by which you are dividing becomes your HCF, that is the number 2. Okay, now based on the topics done today, some home assignment for you. The first question is, which of the following are co-prime numbers? Here you, out of these three numbers, you have to find out which are co-prime numbers. The second question is, you have to find the HCF of the following numbers using the prime factorization method. Today we did two methods of finding HCF, that is the prime factorization method, and the second one was long division method. So this sum is based on, that is you have to find the HCF using the prime factorization method. And the third question is, you have to find the HCF of the following numbers by long division method. So that's all for children today. Practice all the sums till we meet in the next class. Till then, thank you and bye-bye.